Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with the monthly reading for Aries for April. How are you doing, Aries? I'm having to do the recorded as well. Okay, so yeah, good morning. It's nice because people can come in here, but once I get sorted, then I will just carry on with the reading, so I won't be replying during the reading. Okay, so before I start the reading, I just want to say that if anybody would like a personal reading with me, the prices do go up a little bit at the end of the week, but I have an offer on at the moment. It was a Blue Moon offer for Saturday's Blue Moon. I don't know whether it's affecting you or not. It surely is me. But there is an offer on. If you just click the link below, that'll take you to a booking page and you can get in. I have got availability this week because I blocked it off for some reason. I think I thought I was going to be in the UK and I'm not. So I've opened that up as well. So there is spaces if anybody wants them as from tomorrow. Okay. So hi, who have we got? We've got, Michigan. Yeah. Jesse, Kira, Sylvia, Adriana, Tanisha, Jennifer, Tony, and Jennifer again. Right, okay, that's absolutely great. Thank you. I will do another live tomorrow, I think, where I can talk to you all, because obviously with this being a monthly, people complain about it. I honestly, you wouldn't believe some of the complaints I get off people, but yeah, you cannot please all of the people all of the time, can you? So right, I'm going to start with what I was picking up for you psychically, Aries, okay? And I really feel this month is you really need to look at your projections and where you are projections or expectations and projections. So it's almost like if we have no expectations, we don't get disappointed. But when we're projecting something as well, this is when we are sort of jumping ahead of ourselves a little bit, okay? And we're seeing or we're thinking we're seeing the bigger picture, but it is only our interpretation of it, if that makes sense. It's almost like, when we go to the cinema, if we're looking at the screen and we're watching the movie, but the movie isn't on the screen. The movie is actually from behind us and it's being projected, okay? So this is what I feel it's coming in. It's almost like look at what is real, sort out what is real, what there is evidence they're saying there, evidential. I don't know what evidential means, but that's the word they're saying to me. What there is evidence to back up. Okay, if it is just your thought or your hunch or whatever, then keep it there, but don't use that as gospel, if that makes sense, because I think this is where you could come into two problems. Okay, there's a lot of things in our head, and what we can actually do, it's almost like if you ever seen that false memory syndrome, where somebody can tell you a story that's happened to them that times that you actually believe that you were there, and you believe, because you've been told it many times, you picture it in your head, and then that becomes a reality when really you weren't there. You've just heard the story. Does that make sense? I don't know if it's making sense to me, but this is how they're coming through with this, So it's being aware of what is real, and that comes with evidence, okay? And evidence is cold, hard facts, not hunches and things like that, okay? So that is what I was coming in psychically with you, because I feel that could be a problem, or that is coming in as a warning for you, first of all. So now I'm going to go on to your cards, Aries, and see what we've got. And your first card that's come out is the devil, okay? It's not that good old devil called love, it's just the devil. And the devil is always about something that we feel powerless over, okay? Or something that takes over us. It's almost like this primal urge, okay? And when I'm looking at this, I mean, the devil can be addiction, it can be, it's not just addiction to substances, it's addiction can often be to a way of being, because when the devil comes in, it's always about self-sabotage in some way, okay? Something that we are doing that is detrimental to ourselves. And what I'm seeing here around the devil is it's almost around a decision, okay? So it's like, when I was talking there about the projections, it's almost like, there's two sides to a story. This is what I'm seeing in the devil here, and it's almost like a split way of thinking. And what they're saying here with this is, they're coming in that this is a big lesson. I feel there's big lessons for Aries this month, and it's almost like are you going to do the same as what you've already done in the past? I think it was Einstein, wasn't it, that said, doing something the same and expecting a different result is the sign of insanity, not making a mistake. But it's almost like, yeah, it's like, there is a situation coming round, I feel again, which which has already happened, or there's something similar in the past, okay? And what they're saying is, learn from that and do things differently, because whatever it is you're doing, it's kind of going to have a detrimental result for you, okay? And it's something that you're compelled to do, and it's something within you. I mean, we've had this blue moon, it's all about looking internal and stuff like that. And it's always almost like, yeah, look at ways that you are sabotaging things within your life. And again, we're getting the Seven of Cups around this. So this is talking about illusions, very similar to what I was picking up. And it's almost like having all of these question marks around and then just homing in on one. When there's a question mark there, it means that it's something that hasn't been answered, or there is no answer there. So what you need to do here is sort of, narrow the options of situations, but widen your mind, because it's almost like I'm seeing a bit tunnel vision going down here, okay? But you need to open your mind that there could be different possibilities or different, what's the word, reasons or something like that, okay? So be open-minded here, because I feel the narrower you go, you're only going to see your vision, and sometimes we need to see the bigger picture in order to understand things better. So I hope that makes sense there. I feel like some of you could be a little bit gung ho as well this month, especially the beginning of the month. It's almost like, I don't know if some of you are partying a little bit hard. It's been Easter, it's been bank holidays, but it's all like almost like getting this energy, but getting a little bit carried away with it. What I'm getting here, it's like, when you get little kids and they have a birthday party and they're drinking loads of orange pop and eating all these additives in cakes and everything, and they go running around like tornadoes, and then they come home and they're sick all over and stuff like that. This is what I'm getting. So it's really like, home yourself in, because I feel there's this high energy, but this energy is not going to be, it's not going to be good for you, okay? So too much of something, everything in moderation, I feel, is coming in here, Aries, for you, because it's like too much of something could actually make you sick, or sick as a chip. I don't know what that means. I don't know if this is meaning physically sick, or it could just make you sick. So it's almost like, whatever you're doing, right, be aware that there is a reaction to that, okay? So there will be a price that you pay and a reaction to it. You go out, you drink, a bottle of yerbas, it is what we have here, a bottle of yerbas, it's fun at the time, but then the next morning when you wake up and it's like, oh shit, what have I done? It's kind of that, So whatever you're doing this month, especially at the beginning, Aries, be aware that there will be sort of a consequence or something after that, okay? So like I say, it's really homing in on yourself this month, I think. I feel some of you, there is a decision to be made around relationships as well. It could be somebody's caught your eye, it could be somebody's been on your mind, this could be somebody from the past, and it's almost you could be looking, thinking, I was happy then, or so you might want to revisit, or you might want to get in touch with somebody again, or somebody who I don't feel they're far away, but it's almost like you're wanting to rekindle something, I feel, or somebody is wanting to rekindle with you. And again, what I say with this is in moderation. If it is good for you, okay, then do it. If it wasn't good for you, then be careful, okay? Because it's almost like I'm seeing you. It's like I feel like you're a little bit in the dark, Aries. This is what I'm feeling, and you're getting impatient, okay? There's something around here that it's like you want it and you want it now, okay? So again, I'm getting like quite like this child stamping their feet. Is it Veruca Salt in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory there. You know, there's the kid running around at the party. There's like, yeah, it's I want it and I want it now. You know, with the little girl with the golden egg. I don't know, was that Veruca's fault? I'm not sure. But it's almost like there's let things take its course, okay? Let things take its course. I feel there is something that you're waiting on. This could be money or something like that, or a new job, okay? And it's almost like it's there. I feel it's there, but it's like, you know, it's almost, there's a lot of things I feel happening this month, but it's almost like they will come with divine time in Aries. This is what I'm getting. We cannot push it. You cannot push the river, you know. And also, if something isn't ready, it's almost like I feel that you have there's a goal, maybe a goal that you're working towards, or something that you're wanting. But if you go, it's I don't know why they're showing me vegetables they're growing. Okay, if any of you have grown vegetables, but it's almost like you plant the seed, you give them time to grow, okay, and then you go and pick them, and then they're ripe, you know, and everything's great. If you planted the seed and then go and pick them or you want them straight away, it's not going to be ready, you know. So this is it. It's patience, okay. Patience, stop your projections as well. It's really, I feel, a lot of looking inward this month. Uh, I feel some of you, there is a water sign around as well, and a water sign of somebody that is quite emotional. I feel here, and it's almost like, I don't know. This could be a cutting off. This could be actually you cutting somebody off. But I feel it could be more them cutting you off. This is what I'm getting. It's somewhere where I feel there's been I don't know if this is a power battle or a battle of wills or what. It's somewhere where I feel that somebody's been feeling that maybe you have been taking their energy or something like that, okay? And it's almost like this person's just like, okay, you know, see you later sort of thing. Because it's like, say, I mean, Aries, you know, I love Aries. A lot of close people are Aries, you know, and I think this blue moon as well, what came in is it's almost like to use this energy, right? Aries can be powerful, okay? They can be powerful, they can make things happen, you know, they're fantastic, you know, but they can also sometimes be a little bit gung ho, okay? And they react rather than respond. And this is what I feel could happen here. And like I say, it could be around a water sign or something like that. But it's almost like, you know, your reaction could cause a reaction with them. That's what I said before, didn't I? It's almost like you're you're going to see the errors of your ways in some way here. So it's almost like I just want you to think before you speak. I want you to sort of home it in a little bit, okay? If some of you can go in nature, I really think you should, because it's almost like I feel you need to just relax, okay, and just be. There's a lot of high energy coming in with this, and it's almost like it's going to the dozen. Okay, I feel quite overcharged here. This is the energy, and it's almost like, you know, it could, you know, you could blow a gasket or something like that. If anybody is having problems with their car, be careful, because they've just said to me blow a gasket there, and it could be something with the car. But it's almost like overloading or overheating or something like that. Okay, and I think this is coming from overthinking in some way. What you need to do here is, it's saying, use this thinking to put into creative ideas, okay, rather than your imagination. So use your imagination in the way that will benefit you rather than will be detrimental to you, if that makes sense. Because I almost see here that there could be some tears towards, I think, the third week of the month, I feel. And it's almost like there could be a loss of some sorts. It's I don't feel this is a bad loss. It's there's not anybody dying or anything like that. But I feel like, you know, you might be shut out in some way. This is what I'm getting, and it's almost like I feel there seems to be like sort of judge and jury there in some way. But it's almost like I feel that there could be judgment, okay, but this could be, you know, what is this saying? it's almost like I want you to come from a place of love. This is what I'm saying, Aries. Okay, when you come from a place of love, that is when you what you will get back. If you're coming from a place of judgment, okay, or if you judge someone or a situation or something like that, then that is what you'll get back as well. Okay, and this is where I feel that there may be a few tears because there seems to be, yeah, there's I do see somebody walking away this month for you, Aries. Okay, it's almost like they've had enough. Okay, you might have had enough as well, so it might be you walking, but it's almost like, I feel it's somebody else because I'm getting that there seems to be anxiety and worry coming after you as well. So it's almost like I want to say to you, protect yourself, but you need to protect yourself from yourself, if that makes sense. Some of you are maybe looking at learning something new as well, I feel. But it's almost like, oh, Aries, I'm wanting to say to you, yeah, I'm wanting to, well, yeah, learning something, and it's like it's a big lesson. I think I really want to, when we were at school and the teachers used to say like hands on heads, fingers on lips. I really think you need to do that. Turn your head off and keep that shut, because it's almost like, this is where you are going to learn your lesson. And like I say, there seems to be disappointment around this. So I just feel with this, Aries, your what this is saying. Sorry, this has been a little bit scattered. This reading, they've been crazy. These videos so far. Pisces, I had to actually take a break afterwards because the energy was that insane with it. But yeah, it's almost like I say, I would be prepared for somebody to go, okay, or to leave or something like that. Okay, there's going to be some sort of departure, maybe third, fourth week. It could come in sooner than this. This is a month, I feel, where it's you really got to like sort of rein yourself in. Okay, I mean we've got where we're in your birthday season and things like that as well. So it's all very excitable, but it's really just rein things in. Sort of take a chill pill, keep the balance, because when the balance goes off, this is when you are going to go into disharmony, okay? But forewarned is forearmed. So I really feel that, like I say, listen to this advice. Yeah, I've just picked a card there and they've given me temperance. This is balance, okay? That is balance is going to be your saving grace this month, Aries, okay? And like I say, if you keep that, if you keep your head while all around are losing theirs, what is it? You'll be a man's son. Is that what's that? Is that what poems that is it of? If is it Desiderate or something? I don't know what it is. It's Kipling or something though, isn't it? But yeah, it's almost like keep your head, and this is keep grounded. This is why I feel going to nature, and like I say, any thoughts that are coming in, make sure like think about them, is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? And is it kind? If it's none of them things, then don't say it and don't think it. Okay. So I hope that makes sense to some of you, Aries. I'm going to pick a spirit card for you as well and see what spirits have to say. Spirit card for Aries, please. Yeah, they just give me the Om symbol and they're going Om. This is it. So I really feel meditation would be good for some of you. I really feel that would be good as well. Very relaxing sound that as well. You kind of be in your ego when you're chanting Om. Right, okay. So this card is saying new direction. And it's saying life seems like a whirlwind at the moment, yet there is a divine order to the present circumstance. What may appear as chaos is often angelic forces of the universe at work. After the storm clears, you will be steered in a new direction. This is a time of renewed health, joy, and abundance. Okay, and if we look at that card, look, yes, it's got all the yellow about the powerful, okay? That is all about personal power, but it is linked with the heart center here. So it's make sure whatever you do from a place of love. Okay, we are we are always operating on either two emotions. Okay, anything we do is operating on two emotions, and that is either love or fear. When we are in fear, this is when our ego is taking control, and our ego can tell us what to do. And it's our ego is our false friend. Remember, okay, our ego, it does not want the best for us. It wants to keep us safe, but safe within the ego is restriction. Okay, when we are coming from a place of love, fear cannot exist. Okay, so we are seeing the bigger picture, like this said, and this is where we are coming from our soul, and this is our soul always knows the best advice. The ego knows least and knows loudest. The soul just sits back and waits for you to listen. So this is what it's saying. Okay, come from a place of love every day. Say, what would love do? Or a mantra. I actually I was doing this a while ago. That's really just inspired me to start it again to tomorrow. Whenever you have a thought, a negative thought, a judgmental thought, anything is fear thought, whatever, about somebody else's situation or whatever, just snip it in the bud and say, only love today. I'm only coming from love today, and this is it. Rein yourself back in all of the time, and you will realize how far that we go off course, with our thinking. So I hope that makes sense to some of you. Yeah, Paul, fear has definitely been a driving factor in some bad life decisions. Exactly, it always is. It was funny today. I have to make a big decision, and I'm terrified. It's been a really, really tough week, and I went out into the garden, and it's springtime and it's beautiful. And I was walking in nature to try and get answers. And I got never cut a tree in winter, because that tree will never cut it down in winter because it will bloom again. And, all the little shoots are coming out and there's beauty, there's still life in it. And that actually, when I looked it up, it's almost like, don't make a decision out of fear or just because there's nothing there at the moment. Just wait a little time and there will be new life in it. So I hope that actually makes sense to some of you, Aries. I hope so. God, honestly, I'm worn out. I cannot wait to get these videos finished this month. They have been, saying that this week has been crazy. I don't know if any of you are feeling it, but it has been. And like I say, we've got until the 15th, and then Mercury goes direct again. Okay, so it's almost like instead of batten down the hatches, it's like button them lips. I feel that's what we all need to do. Okay, so thank you, little miss. Right, okay. So I'm gonna have to go because I still have another couple to do, but I probably will do a couple of lives during the week. So if you want to log on there, and then I will have time to speak to you as well. Okay. But if anybody would like a personal reading with me, please click on the link below. There is an offer on as well at the moment, and the prices do go up at the end of the week. Okay, so if you want them at the old prices, then get in quick. Okay, right. Have an absolutely fabulous month, Aries. And happy birthday as well to whoever's birthday it is. Okay.